Hey there Seahawks, it's Miss Adams, and in this video we're going to do part 2 of key features of graphs of functions. Alright, the domain is the input or x values. The range is the output or y values. The increasing interval is as the x values increase, the y values also increase. Okay. Decreasing interval is as the x values increase, the y values decrease. Relative maximum, all right, is the point on the graph where the interval changes from increasing to decreasing. Relative minimum is the point on the graph where the interval changes from decreasing to increasing. Okay, and then those are absolute max and min if they're totally the highest point or totally the lowest point. All right, use the following absolute value function to answer the following questions. Define the domain. So the domain is the x values. So my function has arrows. It's going to keep on going all the way over to the left. And it's going to keep on going all the way over to the right. So my domain is all real numbers. And I write that as the set of x values. So x such that x is the set of real numbers. Okay. Define the range. Well, my range, my y values are everything that's 0 or above. It's going to keep on going up and up and up. So my y values are y such that y is greater than or equal to 0. Where is the graph increasing? So where is all of the values going up? Okay, so that is everywhere where x is greater than 0. Okay, so everything over here is where the graph is increasing. Where is the graph decreasing? Will be everything over here on this side, where x is less than 0. Identify any extrema. So that would be your relative or absolute minimums and maximum. Well, this one has a minimum at 0, 0. Right here, 0, 0, minimum. All right, use the following quadratic function to answer the following. The domain, so again, as this is going down, it's going to keep going slightly out to the left and slightly out to the right. So my domain is all real numbers, so x such that x is in the set of reals. Define the range. Well, this one's going down, so all my y values that are less than are equal to 0. Where is the graph increasing? So increasing and decreasing, you look at your graph from left to right and see what's going on. Okay. So the graph is increasing on all the values where x is less than 0. And it's decreasing on all the values where x is greater than 0. And I have a maximum at 0, 0. Right there. All right, the Thunderball roller coaster graph. My domain goes from 0 to 1250. So x such that x is between. Remember, we always use the less thans for between, and it's filled in dots there. So 0 and 1250. The range is my y value. So it looks like the lowest it goes is 10, and the highest it goes to is 110. So y such that y is between, remember we use those less thans, 10 and 110. Identify any extremes, so relative or absolute. All right, I have an absolute minimum. The lowest it goes is at 0, 10. That's the ordered pair. And at 1,250, 10. Then I have a relative minimum. It's a minimum. It's where it changes from going from decreasing to increasing, but it's not quite the lowest point. Okay, but a relative minimum at 550, 30. A relative max at 890, and an absolute max at 250, 10. So I'm going to put some points here to kind of identify. So this point and this point, those are my absolute minimums. A relative minimum right here, a relative max here, and an absolute max right here. All right, that's it.